Hello guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Griffith Chaz, and today we're back with the Who series, and as you'll see in the title of the video, it is Who Should Manchester City Sign? If you didn't see the last video, which was Who Should Man United Sign, number 1, please go watch it. Number 2, it is basically ranking the team's transfer targets from 5 to 1 in my opinion on who they should sign and not who I think they will sign. So, this episode, number 2 in the series, is Manchester City. Let's start with number 5, and just like in the United video, it's the most expensive player to start. Number 5, the boy known as Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe rose to fame this end of last season. No one knew who he was at the start of last season. He came in, had a great season. Probably one of the best in the world, I guess, and kind of shot from around a 20 million price tag to a way over 100 million price tag. People are talking about him being the first man to break the 100 mil barrier for signing players, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, because I can sign a god for 100 million. I probably can't. And Kylian Mbappe is a great young player. 2 reasons why he's number 5, in my opinion. He's great at Monaco, as I said, and Fabinho in the United video rose to fame at Monaco. So did Mbappe. New Thierry Henry, because Thierry Henry started at Monaco and Mbappe is at Monaco. 2 reasons why Kylian Mbappe is number 5 on this list. Number 1. Money, dollar, ching, just a dollar. If you ain't talking money, then the talking don't matter. Ching, just a dollar. You ain't talking money, then the talking don't matter. I'll probably repeat that. And number 2 was Man City don't need him. Really? They don't need him. I mean, money's never been a problem for Man City, but the main reason is they don't need him. You've got Sergio Aguero, Gabriel Jesus, and Kelechi Iheanacho, which I think is 3 of the very best. I think they're 3 very good strikers. Don't think they're very best. Aguero is one of the best in the Premier League by far. Gabriel Jesus can be that. Iheanacho can be that. I'm really jealous of Man City's strike force. Jealous, maybe not the word, but they have one of the best in the league. And Kelechi Iheanacho, whether he stays or goes, is another matter, but they still don't need him. They can play him on the wing, but Man City also have very good wingers. They've got Sane, they've got Sterling, they've got Bernardo Silva, they've got Kevin De Bruyne, as I said on the last take of this video. I thought he was a winger. No, I didn't say I think he was a winger. I said that he could play on the wing, which is true. And probably so could David Silva. So Man City have a load of players that can play on the wing and Mbappe and striker. So Mbappe would knock someone out of the team who doesn't deserve to be in the team, who's a Man City veteran, so to speak. Man City have the best midfield as well. So if you're going to play them in midfield, there's kind of no case there. Number 4 is on its way. Number 4 is it's probably one of the weirdest and funniest transfer rumours. And you probably don't even know it. It's Man City, number 4, it's Pepe Reina. Former of Liverpool and now at Napoli. Pepe Reina is a very good goalkeeper. Is coming towards the end of his career, unfortunately. But even though Man City was screaming out for a hero in goal last year, they've signed Henderson. I did that last take. I kept calling him Henderson, and now I keep calling him Henderson, and it's Ederson. It's Ederson. They've signed Ederson. They've got Bravo, who I think is good enough to be second choice goalkeeper, and they don't need a third choice keeper. They've got Angus Gunn, who's my hero. I made that up. And even though they got rid of Caballero, I generally don't think they need a third keeper. They were good with well, they weren't good because they conceded a load of goals, but I think they were alright with 2 main keepers in Bravo and Caballero last season. Bring in Gunn, bring in a load of random youth goalkeepers. You don't need Pepe Reina. He's not going to cost that much, but you just don't need him, and that's why he's number 4 on this list. Number 3 is probably, going to be the second most expensive, and a man who cannot get out the headlines. It is Juventus, PSG, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City target Alexis Sanchez. Interesting. He had a on and off season last season with Arsenal. Was Arsenal's best player by far, but last season that wasn't hard to go by. I think John Stones could be Arsenal's best player last season. And really, Alexis Sanchez wants to get away from Arsenal apparently. Wenger says he's not going to get sold, and then it's probably going to end up a Sanchez-Wenger tussle and fight. And then we've got Alexis Sanchez rumoured to Man City, which again is similar to the Mbappe deal. Mbappe is a striker and a winger and maybe a midfielder. Sanchez is also a striker, a winger, and maybe a midfielder. And Man City have a lot of good players, and you don't need another good player. In terms of strikers, as I said, Gabriel Jesus, Kelechi Iheanacho, Sergio Aguero. Out in the wing, you've got De Bruyne if he can play, which can play there. Bernardo Silva, Samir Nasri, obviously. Leroy Sané, Raheem Sterling. In the middle, you've got De Bruyne in the cam, Silva in the cam, and more back, even though he won't play further back. You've got Yaya Toure, Gundogan, Fabian Delph. So, I think he is a great player, 100%, but I think they just don't need him, and there's no point splashing when there's 7K. If I got Sanchez for 70,000, I'd love it. 70 mil for Alexis Sanchez is a complete waste of money, in my opinion, and that is why he's number 3 on this list. He's number 3 because I think he's better suited to Man City than Kylian Mbappe is, and probably regardingly cheaper. And Pepe Reina, yeah, we'll forget him. And we'll swiftly move on. Swiftly moving on to number 2 is Inigo Martinez, who is a La Liga defender. He is rumoured to join Man City. They need another centre-back alongside Vincent Kompany, Nicolas Otamendi, and Equilium Mangala. Who Kompany gets injured a lot, so I think he can come in and replace him. They've obviously got John Stones as the best defender in the whole entire universe, but I think it depends. Kompany and Stones or Kompany and Otamendi could play main team, and then Martinez could come in and really help Manchester City progress in terms of defence, because their defence wasn't the best last season, and they need all the help they can get, as they got Walker, Danilo, and Mendy, and all of that, and they need a new centre-back, and just a maybe first team, but not so first team. You can play in first team if you want, but mainly second team, and that, in my opinion, is Inigo Martinez. I don't think it will cost as much as some other centre-backs, but I generally think that he could indeed be a great Manchester City signing. And then we move on to number 1, which is never again. It's Liverpool target Ryan Bertrand. Ryan Bertrand would be a great fit for Manchester City. I feel they've signed Mendy for £54 million, which is the most expensive defender ever. But I think in terms of, because who else do they have that can play left back? Mangala, I guess can. No, I don't think he can play. They had Kolarov who can play left back. Kaboom, he's gone. Nasri can play left back, and no, he can't. So I don't think they have one left back. And if Mendy gets injured, kabam, they'll have to play something like 3 at the back or something, or bring Danilo at left back, or Walker at left back or something. So they need a backup, and who better to be a backup than Ryan Bertrand, who is a prominent England player. Man City were trying to expand on England players. Who better than Ryan Bertrand, who would fit in the team really well, be a great Cup and Champions League left-back. He can kind of switch first team with him and Mendy, because I think Bertrand's good enough to get into Manchester City's defence. And I think he's a really, really good player, and I hope that Manchester City go for him, and I think the best option for Manchester City this summer, with all their other transfer targets, is to sign Ryan Bertrand, and that is my list. If you disagree, then go leave in the comment section below. If you think you're a Manchester City guru, like I'm not, leave in the comments. This is my opinion, though, on who should Manchester City sign. Of course, as I said, leave a comment on who you think what order should be and who you think Man City should sign, and what you think of Man City's transfer window so far, which has been a very interesting one, actually. I think it's very interesting. I've just got 3 notifications randomly. Probably just connected to the internet again. Probably connection went. You know how bad my internet is. And like, share, subscribe and comment. and I will see ya. Bye.